Monday. I have some things to pick up from the auction place that I'm not crazy about. And I just remembered I forgot paper to wrap my stuff in, so that's awesome. Man, I was trying to get out of the house, you know, without any issues, and she stepped outside, so I was trying to make a beeline. I forgot to cut my paper up to take it with me. Crap. I'm gonna have to stop somewhere and get something to... I got breakables. I got like 6 things, and they all need to be wrapped. So I'm gonna have to stop and get something somewhere. Oh, wait, I don't have to do that. I have a roll of paper in the back of the car. I just don't have any scissors. Or maybe I do. I used to keep scissors in the car. Don't ask me why. I don't even remember why. But I had scissors in my glove box, but I can't open my glove box because there's always something with me. First, okay, I want to stop everything else and thank you guys for your support, for the emotional support. My last video, I just was emotional vomit everywhere, and I really debated on, you know, I edited it and then I was like, do I want to upload this, you know, and I did. I don't know why I went ahead and shared it, but I appreciate all the comments and the support, you know. I don't know. I don't think of you guys. I just looked at my subscriber numbers. I'm close to 800. I don't even know how that happened. I don't think of it as a number. I don't know. I don't know how I think of it. I guess it hasn't really hit me how many people have subscribed to my channel or why. I'm all over the place with my videos. I'm not consistent. You know, sometimes I'll upload a whole bunch of videos in 1 week, or, you know, 2 or 3, and then I go for a couple weeks without doing anything. So, not like you can rely on me for consistency anyway. I want to thank you guys though, and you know, I know there's people out there that are like, you know, you could call me and we could talk. And for me, and this is because this is how I feel, I don't want to put my issues and all of the stress that go along with them on another person. And the reason I think is because I'm gonna have to start this. I'm gonna have to stop and start. I'm at Starbucks. Yes, I came here again, and it's only Monday. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna try and remember where I was at with my reason for not wanting to talk to people. Back in my 30s, I had a friend. She was dating someone who was very abusive, and she had her own apartment in Scottsdale. He had a house in Mesa, and she used to go stay with him. So that tells you the situation. She had her own place where she lived, and she kept her apartment, even though she would spend the majority of her time with him at his house. She routinely called me in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 times a day. And all I heard was how awful he was and how horrible he was treating her. You know, it was bad. And I'm like, you have an apartment. Go home. Just go home. Go home, you know. After about a year of doing this with her, I couldn't take it anymore, and I told her, I said, listen, I will talk to you. I will be your friend. I emotionally could not handle her trauma anymore, because it was like I was living it, because she was telling me about it every single day, and it was nonstop. You know, the abuse that he was, you know, it got physical at one point, and of course that, you know, gave me a phone call. I'm raising my kids during this time, keep in mind. You know, I'm working, I have a job, I I have 2 children I'm raising, and I've got this crazy friend who is calling me, and because of who I am and how my emotions are, she was like an emotional vampire for me. I had nothing left by the time she was done talking to me. It was very draining. And so because of that whole situation, I finally told her, I cannot hear his name ever. I said, if you say anything about him, I will hang up on you. I don't want to hear about it. You decided to stay. You keep going back. You have your own place. There's no reason to be there. You know, there's no reason. She was after validation, and she wasn't going to get it from him, you know. So, anyway, when I told her that, she was very upset with me because I didn't, you know, well, you're not being very supportive. I've been supportive of this whole situation. And I told her, I said, I divorced someone who was abusive like your boyfriend is, and I don't want to deal with that again, you know. I don't want to be in the middle of something that I already ran away from once. And so, you know, that's what I told her. And our relationship was strained after that because I didn't want to deal with her drama and trauma every single day. And I'm not exaggerating. It was every day. And you know, unless we were out of town somewhere, because we took a couple of trips, you know, but yeah, she was just very emotionally draining for me. So I've got to take some packages into the post office. I will finish this. Okay. Sorry about that. That's 2 breaks now you guys have already had because I had to do stuff. Anyway, we ended up having a giant blowout at some point while we were out of town on a vacation, going to a Depeche Mode concert. Anyway, that was the end of that. So, and this is gonna sound shitty, but I was kind of glad. I felt relieved that she was not in my life anymore because she was so draining for me. And I had to, you know, I had a lot going on. I had work. I had 2 kids. You know, and one of my kids was a problem child. And I don't say that in a mean way. I say that in a truthful way. He had issues, you know. So I had a lot going on. I did not need her drama. And, you know, and she had an escape. She had a way to get away from it, and she chose to stay in it, you know? So, and I know that there's reasons for that kind of stuff and reasons why women stay. I don't know. I didn't understand it because I had kids when I was married, and that was part of the reason that I didn't leave. I was terrified of trying to raise them by myself. Not that he was helping, but you know, financially and that kind of stuff, it was just very scary. So anyway, so all of the being trapped on the phone with her kind of broke me for the phone. I hate being on the phone now. I cannot stand to be on the phone. It drives me nuts. I don't know what it is. You know, oh, she was also costing me money because back in those days, they didn't have unlimited free calling, you know, or texting. Everything got charged. And I had one month that I remember was over $300 because of all her phone calls. And my phone that I was using at the time was on my boss's Verizon account or whatever. I don't remember if it was Verizon. It might have been AT&T, T-Mobile, somebody. Anyway, you know, my phone was on his account, so he got the bill. I had to pay him back. And now, because it was so much money, I had to do a payment plan with my boss he was awesome. He was the best boss I've ever had. I have got to do something about this. I look like a rooster. Oh, it's only going to get worse. Stop. Oh, man. I don't even know. Whatever. Anyway, so I had, because of her not, you know, dealing with her relationship and expecting me to be her sounding board, you know, and I guess my thoughts are with you guys, you can stop watching the video at any given moment. You can just leave, you know. You don't have to keep listening to me. You're not trapped on the computer. You're not trapped on the phone with me. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you stop watching. Do you know what I mean? So when I spew the things that are going on in my life and I'm having a mental issue, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, I don't expect you guys to sit and listen to it. I just need to get it out. And that's really what it boils down to. I needed to get it out. I used to write a lot, and that's how I got out a lot of things. I mean, I wrote all the time. Loved all my English classes. My major was journalism in college. You know, I mean, that's, I don't know. I always loved writing. So I would write a lot, and that would get things out. I don't really do that much anymore. I have Facebook, but my personal Facebook, you know. And I tell my friends what's going on, but I don't dive into it, you know, like I do with my videos. So I am sorry that I overshared, and you know, I may end up hiding that video. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. So that's that on that video. You know, I feel bad that you guys got dumped on, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you can turn it off any second, anytime you want to. You don't have to watch any more of it. If it gets to be too much or it's boring or whatever, you know, you can just be bye and leave. It won't hurt my feelings. I totally get it. I have to pick up prescriptions. So I'm going to stop this again. Again, you guys are going to have so many breaks in between. Well, at least I'll have timestamps in there like I usually do. Well, that was unpleasant. The pharmacist, I don't know what his deal was. I sat there for 10 minutes waiting for him. I shut the car off, waiting for him to come and talk to me about my prescriptions. And it's like, I've been taking these for over a year. You need to help somebody else, you know. I don't know. Anyway, now I've lost what I was talking about. Well, I guess it's just, you know, I appreciate the feedback from you guys. I appreciate the emotional support. You know, I could talk to my best friend in Florida, but again, I mean, she watches my videos and stuff, so she knows what's going on, you know. And I could talk to her, but I don't want to spend all of our time, if we do a video chat, which we do infrequently, but we do. I don't want to spend all of that time talking about the crap I'm dealing with at home. Do you know what I mean? If I talk to her and we have a video chat, I would rather, you know, find out what she's been doing and just, you know, I don't want to be Debbie Downer when I'm talking to my friends on the phone or on Zoom or whatever, Skype. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on all of that. So you guys get all my emotional vomit here on YouTube, so for the whole world to see. I guess I don't, my brain can't grasp the fact that just about anybody in the world could see what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm just talking to a couple of my friends, and I don't feel like that many people are going to see this stuff, you know, because I don't have very many viewers, really. I mean, compared to other people, I don't have that many. For me, like, my mind is blown every time I noticed that I have more subscribers, and I don't know what happened in the past month or so, and now it's close to 800, and I was like, what the hell happened? I'm not that interesting. I'm not. I'm an old lady, you know, that has issues with her home life, and I'm just talking about random crap most of the time. I don't know. I don't know why you guys watch me or why anybody subscribes. It's still very surprising to me that anybody. I mean, I expected that I might get some subscribers who are women near my age who might be going through similar things to what I'm going through. Maybe not at home, but just in life in general, you know, like with your body and things that are falling apart and all that kind of stuff. So I expected some from that, you know, from that ballpark, but it's a lot. I think I'm always going to think of my talking to the camera as I'm talking to some of my friends. That's just kind of how I think of it. And I know there's haters out there. You can go in and look at your analytics and stuff, and so every once in a while I'll look at that just to see what's going on. And I can see the likes and dislikes on my videos, which is interesting to look at, you know. I don't care if people dislike a video. It doesn't matter to me, but I thought it was pretty funny. There's, I think, one person that catches my videos and dislikes every single one of them. Because there's like one dislike on the majority of my videos. And it's like, if you don't have anything better to do than see that I have a new video and give it a thumbs down, I feel sorry for you. But if that's how you get your jollies, knock yourself out, you know, whatever. That gets you going every day. Have at it. I don't care. I don't care how many dislikes I get. It doesn't matter to me, you know? If I ever monetize, it's just not, it doesn't matter. I make my little money from eBay, and I have my Social Security, and yes, it would be nice to have more money coming in, but YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, is like, I see it as kind of a fly-by-night kind of a thing, you know. It really could fluctuate where I could have a whole bunch of subscribers one day, and then the next day I could lose half of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not something you can count on, I don't think. Anybody that counts on YouTube for income, I would be concerned, because people are fickle, you know, and just because somebody likes you one day doesn't mean that they're going to, you know, all it would take is one thing. Like when I posted that recent, it was a fairly recent video that I did about my political views. I figured that video was going to lose me a shit ton of subscribers, and I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm too far over. You guys are going to get to watch me adjust my car. I've got to see if I can dig some scissors out of my scary glove compartment. The last time, not my current mechanic, but I took my car in to get some work done, and they didn't put the glove box back on like they were supposed to, and so it falls down when I open it. I'm falling apart, my car's falling apart, everything's falling apart. Maybe that's why you guys watch. Maybe that's entertaining. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna get my paper if I can. I'm glad I have that roll of paper in the car. I need scissors though, because it has a grain that goes lengthwise, and so it makes it really difficult to tear if you're doing it from side to side. I know I explained that right, but I don't know how much sense that's gonna make. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this off. Okay. Got my stuff. You guys will have seen, I think, some footage of me getting everything. And the person who was hogging the parking spot, or was too close to the line so I couldn't park where I wanted to, was in there getting the weirdest stuff. Like, I don't know. Everybody's got their thing. She was picking up tools and stuff. They're like super heavy, and she probably weighs 100 pounds maybe. Anyway, it was like watching an ant try and carry an entire piece of toast. So I think what I'm gonna do is go to the one that I went to, the Goodwill that I went to recently, where that very loud person was shopping, and I'm gonna look to see if by some chance I might have missed any more of those dishes. The weird ones that were unusual, I sold that dish. Now, I had it on sale, and I had one person that had liked it, or that was watching it. I sent them an offer for another 10% off. I still way more than made my money back. So I'm not mad about it. I can't remember what it sold for, but I made a decent profit on it. I paid for everything that I bought that day and still made a profit. So if none of the other stuff sells, or if it sells for very little, it's fine. I don't care, you know. So that one dish, you know, and I have to wonder if other pieces were donated when that one was. Maybe that one was a straggler that got left behind. I don't know. Alright, I changed my mind. As a woman can every once in a while. I'm not usually like that, but sometimes I will listen to my gut feelings about something, and I just didn't feel good about going into that Goodwill. So I'm going to go to another one that's a little bit from here, but it's not too far. I think it's about 3 or 4 miles. I'm not sure exactly how far it is, but it's not super far. So, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to go home yet. On the whole mom stuff, again, I'm very sorry, you guys, for dumping all of that in the last video. I just needed to get it out. I needed to get it out, and I didn't want to pick up the phone and call my friend and, you know, cry to her. We hardly talk. I'm not going to do that to her. Not that she wouldn't listen. I'm sure she would. And I'm sure she'd be sympathetic. I know she is, you know. She's a good friend. And that's the reason that I don't want to do that to her. You know what I mean? And it all goes back to me being traumatized by the one friend I had who used to do nothing but gripe about that boyfriend when she had an escape. She wasn't stuck with him. She made her own money. She made more than he did. I know I'm negative a lot. I know that I am. I don't want to be. I'm sarcastic very often about a lot of things. So that can sometimes, I think, be seen as negativity. It's just me being a smartass. Like, that's just who I am. I am a smart ass. I always have been. I've always had a mouth, you know. Gotten me in trouble a couple times. Nothing like my mother's mouth, but not even close. Now, if I can remember where this Goodwill is, it'll be a miracle. Okay, there's some very bizarre stuff in the back of this guy's truck. Oh, you guys need to see what's in the back of this guy's truck. I have to do this. I wonder if I can turn this around. No, I can't. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see what's in the back of this person's truck. There's all kinds of weird crap. I really wish I could have. All right, I changed my mind again. I'm going to go home. I just decided I don't need more crap. I could just go walk around and look at stuff, but that seems dumb, you know? So I am just going to go home and do my stuff. I checked the weather forecast last night, and it's supposed to be getting up into the 80s in just a few days, and I am not happy about it. I need to work on my room in case I'm still stuck there this whole summer. I have to get some stuff moved around so that I can get the foam board put up again in front of the windows, and I have to move Simon's cat tree. I need to get a bunch of stuff out of my room for the yard sale, or not the yard sale, the flea market. So I don't know. I wanted to do a solds video because I'm getting there with the number of solds. I don't want to have more than 30 things because it just makes the videos too long. You know, with these ride with me's, you guys generally know they're going to be pretty long, you know. And it could be something that you just listen to in the background while you're doing other stuff or whatever. But with the solds, I think people actually look at the screen at least part of the time, because they want to see what has sold. If it sold for a decent amount, they really would want to know, you know, in case they happen to see one of these things. If it sells for a decent amount, you can keep your eyes open. You know, you have to see one, you know, to grab it, you know. So I try not to make those super boring or super long, because I know that people focus more, I think, anyway, when I do the solds videos. They're kind of stuck in front of the screen. So anyway, all right, it is very nice out. I want to ride with the windows down for a few minutes. Can't do that while I'm recording, so I am going to stop for now. Again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I cannot believe how many people there are out there watching me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, and you know, I will try to keep those type of videos to a minimum. I'd had a day and I needed to talk about it, so that's what you guys saw. I will see you guys soon. Bye.